No. You're at Luverne with,
Welcome, hockey fans, to Wyndham Arena today for a game between the Junior Gold hockey team from Luverne and Marshal Junior Gold. Almost ready for the opening face-off. This is the first game that Luverne plays in the Southwest League playoffs. We had games earlier this morning. The Bantams and the Junior Gold team both play today and tomorrow. Kunkel will take the face-off. Norman up front. Blumendahl also. McClure back on defense along with Roberts. McClure tries to clear it out, loses the puck back behind him. Dumps it up along the boards. Norman gets it, centers it out in front. Marshallman picks it up, shot right on goal, gloved by DeShepper. Todd DeShepper in goal for Luverne. Playing 12 minutes stop time today. Minute and a half penalties. Kunkel picks it up, skates around behind the net. Blumendahl over along the near boards, picks up the pass, dumps it ahead. Kept in by Marshall. Kunkel brings it out, loses it over on the other side. Marshall dumps it into the zone, Blumendahl back. Turns around over to Norman. Norman picks it up along the boards, dumps it along the boards. Marshall tries to keep it in and does. Roberts tries to work it out. It's picked up by Norman. McClure gets it. He's pulled down, no penalty. Luverne changing lines. Roberts picks it up, skates it down center's eye, skates past one man, dumps it in. It's down into the corner. Roberts still after it. Padding ties up a man along the boards. Marshall picks it up. Dumps it up to the point. Domagala shot just wide of the goal. Harp over along the boards. Dumps it towards the goal. Marshall picks it up. Harp has it. Skates it in. Tied up. They dump her back. Marshall picks it up. Tries to clear and does. They skate down along the near boards. Domagala back. Marshall couldn't handle the puck. Broke up the play. Domagala loses sight. Marshall shoots. Slap shot. Deflected by DeShepper. Harp brings it down center. It's 2-on-1. Poke checked away by Marshall. Harp down along the near boards. Marshall brings it into the zone. They clear the zone. It'll be offside till they clear. Van Wy skates it down ice. Shot just wide of the goal. Bowman back behind the goal. Into the corner now. Tries to drop it back to point man. McClure over along the far boards. He picks it up. Has a little trouble with the handling. Dumps it back over to Van Wy. He misses the pass. They dump it ahead to Ketterling. He misses it. It's down along the boards. Kunkel after it. Picks it up. Chipped away by Marshall. It's into the corner. Kunkel still scrambling. Marshall shoots, deflected, right on goal. DeShepper dumps it in the back behind the goal. Luverne loses it, picked up by Roberts. He dumps it ahead over to Ketterling. Back behind the goal. McClure over to pick it up. Dumps it up ahead to Norman. Norman passes it over to Ketterling. He can't get a stick on it. It'll be icing against Luverne. 8:57 left in the first period. Score still 0-0. Kunkel will take the face-off. Blumendahl and Norman up forward. Domagala and Roberts back on defense. Marshall picks it up. Shot. Pad save by DeShepper. Over along the near boards. Blumendahl picks it up. Skates back behind the goal. Passes it ahead. Norman picks it up. Marshall dumps it into the zone. Norman picks it up, passes it across ice to Blumendahl. Blumendahl skates down, shot just wide of the goal. Blumendahl dumps it back at the goal again. Marshall picks it up, tries to clear the zone. Marshall brings it down along the near boards, passes rink wide. No one there. Domagala picks it up, clears the zone. Norman picks it up, passes ahead to Dispinette. Marshall back along the near boards, passes across ice. Brought into the center. It'll be offside. Blumendahl brings it out. Domagala picks it up, skates down ice. Blumendahl picks it up, loses it. Whistle on the play. Penalty, I believe, against Marshall. He'll sit out for a minute and a half. 7:46 left in the first period. Luverne will be on the power play. Luverne has had a little trouble this year capitalizing on their power plays. We'll see how it works today. Blumendahl picks it up along the near boards, passes ahead to McClure. He can't keep a stick on it. It's cleared out of the zone. No icing call because Marshall is short-handed. Van Wy back behind the goal, clears it up along the boards. Blumendahl picks it up. Hits McClure at center ice. Arp on right. McClure dumps it into the zone, wide of the goal. Marshall tries to clear the zone. They pick it up. Marshall dumps it right on goal to Shepard's routine save. Arp picks it up in the corner. Dumps it up to Blumendahl along the boards. He passes it over to McClure. McClure shot right on goal. Van Wy in after it. Deflected off into the corner. Luverne can't keep it in. 37 seconds left in Marshall's penalty. 6:51 left in the period. Pass it ahead. They wave off icing. Arp up along the boards. Dumps it back behind the goal. Luverne can't keep it in. They dump it back in, but they'll have to clear. Now they can go after. Dispinette can't keep it in. Luverne changing lines. Hadding picks it up into the corner. Dispinette, or Roberts up to Hadding. Roberts dumps it along the boards. Domagala gets it, he falls down. Marshall man skates it in, around the goal. Deflected in front. Hadding picks it up, he clears the zone. Marshall man gets it, centers it back. Luverne circling. Marshall shoots high over the goal, no whistle. They pass it ahead, Marshall keeps it in. Picked up by Kunkels, brought down center ice, pass over to Blumendahl. Blumendahl skates it along the near boards, down into the zone, centers it across, broken up by Marshall. Roberts tries to keep it in, deflected over the boards. There'll be a whistle on the play with 5:31 left in the period. Score is still 0-0. Dispinette will take the face-off. Arp, Norman up forward. Van Wy and Domagala back on defense. Domagala over along the far boards. Marshall dumps into the zone. They wave off icing. Domagala passes ahead over to Arp. Arp picks it up. Norman skating. Picks it up. Marshall into the zone. They try to keep it in. It can't. Norman dumps it into the zone. Arp tries to keep it in. It can't. Van Wy back. Dumps it ahead over to Norman. Norman gets his stick on it. Dumps it into the corner. Arp back into the corner after it again. Comes along the near boards. He'll try to center it. Works it ahead. Norman right in front. He couldn't get his stick on it. Domagala was going to do a slap shot, but the Marshall man stole it away from him. Marshall brings it into the zone. Luverne a little sloppy there on defense. Let Marshall bring it in. They pass it ahead up to Norman. Norman has it. Skates in one-on-one. Slap shot. Almost deflected by the Marshall man into the goal. Kunkel gets it. Tries to keep it in. Dumps it back. Luverne changing lines. Kunkel into the corner. Centers it out in front. No one there. Blumenau kept it in. He skated into the zone. Takes it into the corner. Circles. Dumps it back to Whistle on the play. Offside. They'll bring her outside the blue line for a faceoff. 4:07 left in the first period. Dismanet will take the faceoff. Ketterling and Bowman up forward. McClure and Roberts back on defense. McClure skates up, dumps it into the zone. Takes a funny hop off the boards, around in the corner, along the near boards. Marshall picks it up. Luverne tries to keep it in. Roberts scrambling along the boards. Marshall picks it up across ice. They dump it into the zone. It'll be icing against Marshall. Whistle on the play. 3:44 left in the period. They'll bring her down into Marshall's zone for a faceoff. Dismanet again will take the faceoff. Tries to drop it back, but it's picked up by Marshall. They try to clear the zone, broken up along the boards by Dismanet. Back to McClure. He dumps it up in the boards. No one after it. Bowman in there. Whistle on the play. Quick whistle on that. They didn't really have the puck tied up. 3:30 left in the period. Score still 0-0. Luverne has lost to Marshall twice now. Last game was in overtime. So they're two fairly even teams. Marshall tries to clear the zone and does. They skate her down along the far boards, 3-on-2. Renoir into the corner. Kunkel tries to clear it out and does. Norman skating. Goalie dumps it over along the boards. Norman picks it up. He's checked hard along the boards. Loses the puck. Back to Damagala. He checks the Marshall man. Kunkel dumps it across ice. Marshall picks it up. Looks for someone to pass it to. They pass rink wide. He brings her into the zone. Slap shot and scores. Scores from the far circle at 2:51 left in the period. Marshall goes up by 1. Hard slap shot by Marshall. Dismanet will take the face-off. Arp and heading up forward. Roberts and McClure back on defense.
From the wire.
Marshall works it around. Heading over along the boards. He centers it out in front. Right in front. Dismanet fans on it. Roberts tries to keep it in. Marshall man picks it up. Marshall man loses sight of it down along the near boards. He picks it up, passes it across ice. Roberts over and after it. Marshall dumps it back to their point man. It's picked up by Hadding. He tries to clear. Ridden off the play. Dismanet up to Arp. Arp loses the puck. Marshall brings it into the zone. Roberts tries to break up the play. Picks up the puck. Passes ahead. Dispanet can't get his stick on it. Arp chasing. Luverne was a little hesitant to skate there. Afraid they might have to turn around and come back. They center right on front. Dispanet backhand. Gloved by the goalie. Good save by the goalie. Minute and 55 left in the first period. The score is still 1-0 Marshall. Kitterling centers it, picked up by Marshall. Kitterling dumps it across ice over to Kunkel. Kunkel shoots, gloved by the goalie. We're getting a couple shots on goal here. Minute 46 left. Van Wy will try to keep it in. Picks it up. Dumps it down along the boards. Kittling tied up in the corner. Marshal tries to picked up by Kunkel. He gets it right in front. Centers it out. Deflected by Marshal. Marshal dumps it into the zone. Van Wy picks it up. Dumps it up along the boards. Marshal picks it up again. Dumps it in. It'll be offside till they clear. Van Wy over along the boards. Skates around one man. Brings her down center ice. Luverne changing lines. Poke checked away by Marshal. Shot gloved by DeShepper. He hangs onto it for a whistle. 59 seconds left in the period. Seems like every time Luverne gets an offensive chance, they're changing lines. Marshal shoots. Tied up in McClure's gear. A few words exchanged out there on the ice. Blumendahl dumps it across ice. Norman chasing. McClure after it. They keep it in, but go skate past the puck. Blumendahl into the corner. Kunkel trying to get clear. Marshal picks it up, dumps it down. Whistle on the play. 36 seconds left in the period. Luverne looks like they may be getting fired up here a little bit. Roberts over along the near boards. Marshal man after it. He's ridden out of the play. Roberts hits the boards hard. Loses his stick. Roberts into the corner. No stick. Tries to kick it. Back in behind the goal. He's checked hard. Blumendahl gave the defenseman his stick. If a defenseman loses his stick, the forward should hand him his. The defenseman will need his stick more in the defensive zone than a forward will. That was the end of the first period. Score. Okay, we're back for the second period between Luverne and Marshal. Score 1-0 Marshal. Roberts was shaken up on one of the last plays. He tried to check a man, but he hit the boards real hard. Kunkel will take the face-off. Norman, Blumendahl up forward. Van Wy and McClure back. Dumper back. McClure dumps it ahead. Marshal picks it up. Marshal sets it up, pass along the far boards. Blumendahl tries to pick it up. Van Wy has it, skates down center ice, dumps it ahead. Marshal picks it up. Luverne will have to watch who they pass to. Luverne dumps it into the zone. They shoot, almost put in by the Marshal man. The defenseman tried to clear it out and hit the pipe. They pass the rink wide. Back into the corner. McClure picks it up. Tries to clear the zone. Skates it out. He skates it down along the far boards. He has a little trouble hanging on to it. Icing on Marshal. Face-off will be down in Marshall's zone. Hatting will take the face-off. Dispinette, Harp up forward. They try to clear the zone. Kept in by Van Wy. Marshal picks it up. Brings it down. He's checked by Van Wy. Marshal still dumps it into the zone. Over along the near boards. Hatting passes it out. Centers it right to a Marshal man. Skates in. Van Wy rode him out of the play. Dispinet will dump it ahead. Picked up by Marshall. Dispinet still after it. Hadding gets it. Down into the corner. Skates around, tries to center, fans on it.
Flip it forward, skate.
Marshall brings it down into the zone. Picked up by Arp. Arp skates it back. Right in the center. Winds up, slap shot right on goal.
Put it to the side.
Goalie dumps it over into the corner, heading after it. They dump it rink wide around the boards. Kunkel dumps it back behind. Marshall back there. Right out in front. Arp should have Arp dumped it back behind the goal, or he should have pulled it out and stuffed it in. The net was wide open there. Exactly 10 minutes left in the second period. Score 1-0 Marshall.
Playing 12-minute period?
Verne tries to keep it in and can't. Tomagal over along the boards. He's tied up. Marshall back behind their goal. Picks it up over along the boards. Our wing isn't there. Marshall skates it down right on goal. No goal. It flew right behind the Shepard, right in front of the goal, and out the other side. Tomagal tries to pick it up. Kunkel over along the boards. Ketterling tries to dump it ahead. Can't. McClure over along the near boards. Picks it up. Tries to dump it into the zone. Picked up by Marshall. It's kept in. Deflected over along the boards. Luverne changing lines again. Blumendahl sidesteps one man. Dumps it back behind the goal. No one after it. Luverne's defense holding way back. Van Wy gets it. He dumps it ahead. No one there. Dispinet gets it. Shoots. Glove saved by the goalie. Whistle on the play. 8:36 left in the second period. Face-off will be in Marshall's zone. Norman will take the face-off. Dispinet and Blumendahl up forward. Roberts, Van Wy back on defense. Marshall clears the zone. High flyer. Dumped back by Luverne. Marshall brings it down. Roberts picks it up. Clears the zone. He's ridden out of the play. Still after along the boards. Marshall dumps it in. Back behind the goal. Van Wy picks it up. Tries to clear it out. Over to Blumendahl. Blumendahl passes ahead to Norman. Norman dumps it over along the boards. Skating hard. Tries to bring it in the zone. He's ridden out of the play. Dispinet gets it along the boards. Has to wait till Luverne clears. They dump it back. Marshall ducks the check. Marshall brings it down ice. 2-on. Skated in. Goal by Marshall. Skates by the Shepard. 7:44 left in the second period. Marshall goes up by 2. Kunkel takes the face-off up along the near boards. Tries to bring it down ice, but can't. Marshall dumps it into the zone. They skate it in. Kunkel clears the zone. Marshall back. Harpen heading, chasing. Marshall passes across ice. 1-on-1. Marshall skates it in again. Good save by the Shepard. Harp skates it down ice, tries to pass it across and can't. Should have dumped it into the zone. Marshall picks it up again.
Nice
2 on 2. Shot wide of the goal. Kunkel over into the corner.
Good play, Mike.
Luverne lets Marshall skate it right in. They're going to shoot. Backhand.
Good try.
Pad saved by the Shepherd. Right out in front. Luverne can't seem to clear the zone. Now they do up to Arp. It's 2 on 2. Arp shoots right on goal. Glove saved by the goalie. He dumps her back behind the goal. Luverne changing lines again.
Keep your feet moving.
Roberts dumps it up along the boards. Marshall picks it up.
Nice pass.
Crossed ice. Kitterling tries to dump it down the ice. He can't.
Keep your feet moving. 6, move. Come on, ladies, move.
Kitterling over along the boards. Dispinette dumps it ahead. Kept in by Marshall. Marshall brings it in. They center it out in front. Kept in by Marshall. Right in front. They shoot. Post is off its moorings. Whistle on the play. 5:53 left in the second period.
Get another one. Let's go. Come on,
Stick saved by the Shepherd. Van Wy over into the corner. They center. Kunkel picks it up. Back behind the goal. Van Wy could have got a holding penalty there. Norman picks it up. Skates on goal. He falls down. Centers it back. Blumenthal dumps it in. It's picked up by Marshall. Hard check along the boards by Kunkel. Marshall shoots.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
The Shepherd loses sight of it for a second. Up along the boards. Norman gets it. Can't pass it ahead. Pass it over to Blumenthal. Blumenthal sidesteps one man. Tries to sidestep two. He's ridden out of the play. Marshall picks it up along the far boards. Dumps it in the corner. They wave off icing.
Keep moving.
Clear into the corner. Tries to work it around behind the net. Over to Blumenthal. He tries to work it ahead. Picked up by Marshall. Van Wy hits his own man. Goes down hard.
Keep moving. Stay.
Blumenthal skates down along the near boards. He's all alone. No one else from Luverne is in there. He's centered out in front. Damagala picks it up, shoots. Pad saved by the goalie. 4:37 left in the second period. Score 2-0. Arp tries to keep it in. Van Wy tries to dump it ahead. Picked up by Marshall at center ice. Arp chasing. Marshall. Van Wy brings it down ice. Dumps it into the zone. Van Wy still after it into the corner. Picked up by Arp. Skates it around, centers it in front. No one get a stick on it. Damagala shoots, hits traffic. Van Wy into the corner. Van Wy after it. He tries to center and can't. Marshall picks it up, clears the zone. Icing. They'll bring her down into Marshall's zone for a face-off. Van Wy's tired. He's heading for the bench. Roberts comes out for him. Damagala will stay out. Harp, Hadding, Dispinette up forward. Marshall tries to clear the zone. Everyone loses sight of the puck. It was such a high flyer. Dispinette tries to dump it in. Can't. Picked up by Marshall. Back to Dispinette. He loses along the boards. Tied up. Picked up by Marshall. Damagala tries to clear it out and can't. Now does. Arp picks it up. One-on-one. Sidesteps one man. Skates it in. He's going to have to shoot. Just wide of the goal. He was tied up on the play. Marshall brings it down ice. Roberts down into the corner. They wave off icing. Roberts picks it up. He loses it. Marshall into the corner. Roberts scrambling. Back to the point man. They shoot way wide of the goal. Over along the far side. No one over there. Arp kept in by Marshall. Roberts over to the corner, passes ahead to Bowman. Bowman checked from behind. No call.
All right, skate backwards, skate.
Kunkel skates it down, dumps it into the zone. Luverne changing lines again. Kunkel over along the far boards. Takes it into the corner, centers it across, no one there. Over along the far boards. Luverne's defense holding way back to the red line. Marshall dumps it into the zone. Back behind the goal. Van Wy breaks up the play. Backhands it out. Clears the zone. Marshall back, setting up. Over to the other defense. They dump it into the zone. Over along the far boards. Damagala after it. Lost his stick. Back to Blumendahl. Blumendahl's going to lose it. Pat clears it out. Right on goal. Luverne changing lines again. Norman picks it up, dumps it into the zone. Marshall tries to clear it up. Blumendahl after it. He loses it. Marshall picks it up, clears the zone, passes across ice. Van Wy tries to break up the play. Rides the Marshall man out of the play. He still has it. Tries to kick it out to Shepard's down. Ridden out of the play. Van Wy gets it. Poke checked away by Marshall. They center it out in front. Dispinette cleared it over along the boards. Van Wy back behind the goal. Marshall centers it out in front. Blumendahl picks it up, clears the zone. No one there but Marshall. They wave off Icy. Norman right after it. Norman has it along the boards. He's ridden out of the play. Folded up along the boards. Whistle on the play. Penalty on Marshall, roughing. 1:01 left in the second period. Score 2-0, Marshall. Like I said before, Luverne has had problems with their power play. We'll see what they can do right now. They'll get 29 seconds on the power play in the second or in the third period now. Coming up. Roberts, Norman back on defense. Blumendahl. Pass it over rink wide along the boards. Harp tries to clear it over the boards. Whistle on the play. Have face off inside Marshall zone. The referee got hurt on that play. I was looking at the time clock and didn't see what happened. Okay, we're back in the third period here. One of the referees got hit. It looked like right by the eye by either a stick or a puck. Was taken off the ice. Now we have a replacement ref. We had about a 5-minute break here while they found another ref. Score 2-0 Marshall. Marshall has a man in the penalty box for 2:46. He got a unsportsmanlike conduct call too, besides his regular penalty. So he had to sit out 3 minutes, excuse me. Luverne will be on the power play. They've had problems with that this year. 12:47 left in the third period. Norman dumps it into the zone. Comes around back behind the goal. Blumendahl in after it. Passes it back to McClure right in front. No one there. Arp tries to skate it in front, can't. He's checked, ridden off the play. They clear the zone. No icing call. Marshall short-handed. Van Wy back. He'll pick it up. Dumps it up along the boards to Blumendahl. Blumendahl waits. Passes over to Arp. Arp can't catch it. Dumps it into the zone right to a Marshall man. Marshall man falls down. Blumendahl over along the boards. Arp. Marshall tries to clear. Kept in by Van Wy. Van Wy shoots. Deflected just wide of the goal. Norman over along the near boards. Passes across to Van Wy. Blumendahl along the near boards. Van Wy elects to shoot it in. Right on goal. No one there to shoot it in. It's cleared by Marshall. 11:36 left in the period. Van Wy back. Passes it up to Arp. Arp skates her down along the far boards. Sidesteps one man. He's ridden out of the play. He's still after it into the corner. Marshall tries to clear. Back to Blumendahl. He winds up, shoots just wide of the goal. Norman over along the near boards. Tries to dump it into the corner. Arp after it. Marshall dumps up along the boards. They try to clear the zone. Back to Van Wy. Van Wy winds up, shoots right on goal. No one there for the rebound. Marshall clears. Marshall skating to Shepard after it. He dumps it into the corner. Marshall man checked hard by McClure. Marshall centered out in front. No one there. Marshall. Van Wy rides Marshall off the play. He's still after it. Luverne having problems. Luverne's on the power play, but it looks like Marshall is. Marshall dumps it down into the zone. Kunkel after it. Sidesteps one man. Passes up to Blumendahl. Blumendahl waits. He waits. He should be skating. Passes ahead over to Kunkel. Kunkel can't keep a stick on it. Centers it across. Bouncing puck in front of the goal. Marshall tries to clear the zone. Up along the boards. Kept in by Arp. Back to Kunkel. Back behind the goal. He tries to center and can't. Hits traffic. Norman dumps it back to Kunkel. Behind the goal. He centers it out in front. He's tripped. No call. Kept in by Roberts. Slap shot. Hits traffic in front. Marshall tries to clear the zone. Over along the far boards. They skate it out. They have trouble handling the puck. Kunkel. Marshall skates it into the zone. It's 2-on-1. Roberts poke checks away. Shot deflected by Roberts again. Marshall picks it up. No one after him. Arp rides him off the play. Marshall into the corner. Laverne's on the power play, but doesn't look like it. Kunkel dumps it ahead over to Blumendahl. It'll be icing against Luverne. Luverne having problems here in this third period. 9:31 left in the period. Score 2-0 Marshall. Marshall picks it up, skates around behind the goal, centers it out in front. Marshall picks it up. Cleared out by Roberts over in the corner. Roberts checks Marshall man. Marshall picks it up. Cleared out by Hadding. Hadding skates it into the zone. Dumps it in. Arp gets it in the corner. Centers across to Hadding. Hadding was too far. He was on the wrong side of the goal. Back to Domagala. He clears it ahead. Heading back, dumps it back into the corner. Marshall picks it up over along the boards on the other side. Their wing is there. Tries to clear it out and does. Roberts picks it up. Marshall clears it across ice. Domagala over to pick it up down in the Luverne zone. 8:42 left in the period. They clear it up along the boards. Marshall picks it up. Roberts picks it up center ice. Skates on the center. He's ridden out of the play. Dumps her into the zone. He's still after it. Hits it right behind the goal. Watching for someone to center. Tude can't. Deflected by Blumendahl just wide of the goal. Whistle on the play. Net comes off its post. 8:22 left in the period. Van Wy shoots, hits traffic. They bring it down 3-on-1. They skate it right on goal. Good save by the Shepherd. Kunkel picks it up along the far boards, brings it down ice. Blumendahl on right. Kunkel dumps it in. Picked up by Marshall. They clear the zone. Bring it down ice. They dump it in just wide of the goal. Into the corner. Marshall picks it up. Checked by Van Wy. Big scramble along the boards. They try to center it. Van Wy picks it up. Skates back behind the goal. Pass ahead. Hits Marshall and the shin guards. Marshall shot on goal. Marshall picks it up. They're going to get a goal here. Luverne doesn't watch that man in front of the net. Norman dumps it back to Kunkel. He clears the zone. Whistle on the play. Penalty, I believe, against Marshall. 7:28 left in the third period. Luverne will be on a power play again. We'll see how this power play develops. Hart picks it up, pass over to Blumendahl. He couldn't catch the pass. Marshall skates it back, passes rink wide. They dump it ahead. Roberts back into the corner. Looks for someone to pass it to. Up along the boards, right to a Marshall man. Marshall centers it out to their point man. He skates it right in. They let him skate her in there. Ridden out of the play by McClure. Dumped along the boards by Norman. Hart picks it up along the far boards. Loses it. McClure picks it up in the center ice. Skates into the zone. Shoots. Deflected. Hits traffic. Blumendahl skates around. Tries to center. Skates by one man. Two. McClure back behind the goal. Blumendahl looking for someone to center it to. McClure down in the corner. Blumendahl shoots wide of the goal. The old saying, if you aren't shooting, you aren't scoring, holds true here. Luverne hasn't had a shot on goal for a long time. Roberts picks it up at center ice. It's cleared out by Marshall. He dumps it up along the boards. Art picks it up, dumps it into the zone. Marshall picks it up again. Somebody lost a shoelace. Passed it across ice over to Blumendahl. He wasn't there. Harp tries to keep it in and does. Dumps it towards the goal. Norman can't get it. Into the corner. Centers is right out in front. No one after it. Harp tries to keep it in but can't. Marshall brings it out. They skate down along the near boards. Roberts chasing. Score by Marshall. Shepherd couldn't handle that one. 5:34 left in the period. Marshall goes up by 3. Score 3-0. Heading will take the face off. Ketterling on right, Kunkel on left. Domagala and Van Wy back on defense. Passes rink wide over to Hattie. Cleared out by Marshall. Picked up on center ice. They try to dump it ahead and can't. Van Wy tries to bring up the play. Marshall winds up. Shot just wide of the goal. Kunkel clears the zone. It'll be icing against Luverne. 5:04 left in the third and final period. They'll bring her down in front of in Luverne zone for a face-off. Luverne having problems here today. Kunkel will take the face-off. They drop it back. Domagala over along the near boards. Van Wy over into the corner. Rides the Marshall man out of the play. Marshall picks it up. Still a big scramble along the boards. Heading dumps it back to Van Wy. Van Wy brings it down ice. Lets Marshall have it. Van Wy checks the man off the puck. Marshall centers it right to Arp. Or Ketterling, excuse me. He passes up to Blumendahl. Blumendahl took off. The puck took a funny hop off the boards. Blumendahl was playing the puck to come off at an angle, and it didn't. It bounced straight out. Kunkel over along the far corner. Passes it across ice over to Blumendahl. Blumendahl skates it down into the zone. Shoots just wide of the goal. Kunkel shot just wide of the goal. Marshall brings it down ice. Ducks a check by Damagala. Marshall into the corner. They're going to try to center it. Broken up by Kunkel. Penalty call on Norman, I believe. Luverne will skate short-handed for a minute and a half. 3:42 left in the period. Score 3-0 Marshall. Penalty on Norman for boarding. Van Wy clears the zone, dumps it down ice. Marshall back to pick it up. Blumendahl chasing. Over along the near boards. Marshall picks it up, passes it across ice. Picked up by Arp. He dumps it ahead. Marshall after. They pass over to their far wing. They dump it into the zone. Marshall chasing. Van Wy dumps it up. Clears the zone. Rink wide. No one over there but Marshall. Offside. 3:09 left in third and final period. 57 seconds left in Norman's penalty. Blumendahl skates in. He's tripped up. Penalty on the play. Luverne can't score. Harp into the corner. Both sides will skate even for 47 seconds, and Luverne will have a power play.
Come on, Luverne!
3 for Marshall for tripping.
Steve Smezer's taken over the job of coach for Luverne's team today. Dan Spines is up in Calgary watching the Olympics. Marshall picks it up, skates down ice, both teams even. Blumendahl skates it down in the corner. Dumps it back. Marshall picks it up along the boards. He's ridden out of the play by McClure. Van Wy tries to clear the zone and does. Harp dumps it ahead. Skates hard along the boards. He's checked. Marshall picks it up. Dumps along the near boards. Van Wy tries to check a man. Luverne forgets to lead him. They skate in. Cleared out by Luverne. McClure chasing. Van Wy along the near boards. Tries to skate it into the zone. Picked up by Hadding. Hadding shoots. Pad saved by the goalie. 2:01 left in the period. We're on a power play for another 28 seconds. Kunkel watching for someone to pass it to. Down along the boards. It was deflected by Marshall. They dump it ahead. Van Wy misses it. Van Wy skates slow into the corner. They center it out in front. Pad saved by DeShepper. He hangs on to it. Good stop by DeShepper. Minute and 36 seconds left in period. Seven seconds left in Marshall's penalty, and they'll be full strength. Pass it ahead over to Blumendahl. Up to Norman. Poke checked away by Marshall. Marshall picks it up. Dumps it into the zone. Cleared out by Roberts. Blumendahl tries to keep it in and can't. Norman centers it across. Blumendahl circled away from the play. Cleared out by Marshall. Marshall skating. They center it across. Marshall picks it up, shoots right in front. Blumendahl skates down along the far side, passes ahead. Marshall picks it up. Norman has it, skates it into the zone, shoots, falls down on the play. Goalie gloves it, dumps it into the corner. They dump it ahead. Domagala picks it up. Luverne skating in slow motion here for a while. Whistle on the play. Kunkel and a man from Marshall will set out for roughing. 22 seconds left in the period. 22 seconds left in the game. Luverne down by 3. I haven't looked at the schedule, but I would venture a guess that Luverne will be back up here bright and early tomorrow morning for a game. The losers usually play early in the morning. Harp will take the face-off. Dumped into the zone by Marshall. Roberts dumps it up along the boards. 16 seconds left in the game. McClure down along the far boards. Dumped in by by Marshall, excuse me. They skate it in. He's ridden out of the play. Still shoots just wide of the goal. 4 seconds left. That's the end of the game. Score 3-0 Marshall.
Down. Professor tries to check him off, but he's still going with it. Oh, right on the side of the net for the goalie to freeze it. Big face off in the Fairmont zone. Seconds left in the first period. Luverne can get a shot off and get a goal here.
Come on, Luverne, let's go.
Fairmont wins the face-off. The guy sends it up the center. Paul Schmuck back. Sends it up to the right side for Corey Blumendahl. Steve Smishard circles around. He's it to Craig Blumendahl. Craig Blumendahl up to Brian Ahrens. It's the end and ready for the second period now. Face-off back. Fairmont zone. And Brian Ahrens gives it up to Steve Smeshard. Steve Smeshard tries to center it over to Corey Blumendahl. Corey Blumendahl can't handle the pass from Steve Smeshard. It's Corey, like that Brian Ahrens sends it around the net. Corey Blumendahl. Oh, Steve Smeshard takes a close-in slap shot. That's back for Dad Roberts. Rolling dock shot. Oh, Steve Smeshard doesn't score. Brian Ahrens sends it back for Craig Becker.
Come on, Luverne, let's go.
Oh, Fairmont guy sends it all the way down. That'll be icing. Ahrens and Blumendahl look the same. To take the face off would be Todd Nelson with Randy Honkin and Chad McClure on his wings. Paul Schmuck and Robert Frakes back on defense. Nelson loses the face off. Fairmont guy sends it up the boards. Randy Honkin can't keep it in though. Sends it back to Paul Schmuck. Paul Schmuck sends it back to Randy Honkin. Honkin can't handle it. That's Todd Nelson sending it around the boards. Nobody there. Fairmont guy sends it. That was Pretty weird pass there. Robert Fikes going around the board. Sends it up to Randy Hawkin. Hawkin can't handle it. Puck gets centered. Still in the center. Now gets sent over to the left side. Paul Schmuck sends it up the right-hand side of the board. Oh, nice check by Robert Frakes to get him off the puck. Now sent in the zone. Shot on goal by Fairmont. Have a face-off in our own zone. Take the face off would be Bobby Conkle, Corey Norman, and Robbie Arp on his wings, and Paul Van Wy and Thad Roberts back on defense. Fairmont guy wins the face-off right on goal. Still got the puck in the face-off circle. Now in the corner, Thad Roberts hackling him. The Fairmont guy sends it out to the center. Back to the defense. Takes the shot. Oh, and he hits the post. Oh, nice save. And be another face-off in Luverne zone.
Come on, Luverne, get it out of there.
Fairmont guy wins the face-off. Right up to the center. Oh, the defenseman keeps it in right past the goal. How do you think Dan Lindblom was watching? Now Robbie Arp trying to get up to the puck, falls down. Now Thad Roberts tries to send it up to Corey Norman. Corey Norman gets it up to Steve Smeshud. Smeshud going around the side. Stops, gets the puck taken away. Oh, he gets it over to Corey Norman. Nice play. Oh, Corey Norman sends it in deep for Brian Aarons. Fairmont guy sends it all the way down the ice for an icing call. Take the face off for Luverne with Steve Smeshud with Brian Aarons and Winnicky on wings. Craig Becker and Corey Blumendahl back on defense. Smeshud wins the face-off. Winnicky takes a duck. Center pass goes right past the goal crease. Winnicky coming up the right side, centers it to Smeshud. He's got Aarons right there and he gives the puck to him. Fairmont guy still has the puck. Gives it up to his center, too far for the center. Craig Becker gives it right to the Fairmont guy. Takes it in the zone. Steve Smeshud gets it up to Brian Aarons. Shot on goal over the net. And the Fairmont guy gives it to his defense. Passes it into the center. Steve Smeshud coming up the left-hand side. He's got Brian Aarons. Winnicky. Oh, nice shot. The goalie makes a great save. Now, still Steve Smeshud with the puck. He centers it right to Craig Winnicky. Winnicky can't handle it. Now it's Fairmont guy coming down the right-hand side. Takes the shot way wide. Now Winnicky fighting for the puck. Brian Aarons trying to gets it up to nobody. Now the Fairmont guy sends it over to the right-hand side. Can't handle it. It's in the Luverne zone now. Robert Frakes trying to get it around the boards. It's a centering pass. Nobody knows where it is. Now it's folds by Darren Lindblom. Chad McClure, Todd Nelson, and Randy Hawkin up front. Shot on goal by the Fairmont defenseman. Paul Schmuck sends it around the boards for Robert Frakes. As Randy Hawkins gives it up to the center, nobody there. Too far for Todd Nelson. Sent in along the boards for Robert Frakes. Robert Frakes gives it up for Randy Hawkins. Todd Nelson. He's got Hawkins there. Oh, the puck is just along the goalie's back. Todd Nelson in the corner. Centers the puck. Nobody there. He still has the puck. Oh, centers it. Gets it slapped away. Here comes the Fairmont. The right-hand side. Oh, is he tripped or what? There's going to be a penalty there for sure. Robert Frakes penalty. It's definitely tripping. Face off in the Luverne zone. The penalty killing unit of Corey Blumendahl, Brian Aarons, Steve Smeasured, and Craig Becker out. Win the face-off. Oh! What a shot by the Fairmont wing! That'll negate the penalty. That'll make it 3-0 now. Fairmont leads. Luverne at full strength.
Let's go, Luverne!
Steve Smeasured face off. Wins the face off. He's going all alone in the goalie. Oh, right in the corner! What a shot, Steve! Oh, yeah! All right. Beautiful shot. Steve finally got a goal. Yesterday against Mankato, he didn't score. That was pretty rare.
Let's go, Luverne. Let's do it again.
Steve Smeasured wins the face-off, sends it over to Winnicky. Winnicky put down. Smeasured back for Blumendahl. Blumendahl can't handle it. Guy puts it over, centers it. Where's the puck? Oh, they score! I think there should have been a whistle there. That'll make it 4-1. Fairmont leads. Maybe about 3 seconds after Steve Smeasured scored a goal.
Let's go, Luverne!
Claire Nelson hawking up front with Frakes and Schmuck back. Claire wins the face-off. Gets it up the board for Randy Hawkins. Hawkins gets it up for Nelson, just a little too far. Nelson is trying to center the puck. The Fairmont defenseman is skating up the left side with the puck. Shoots it into Robert Frakes. That hurt. That's Randy Hawkins skating down the right side with the puck. Gives it back for McClure. McClure centers it to the Fairmont guy. And the Fairmont guy dekes out Schmuck. Sends it in the zone. Todd Nelson sends it up the boards to the Fairmont guy, and he takes the shot really wide. Fairmont defenseman sends it over the board. Hawkins gives it to Arp, and then Bobby Kunkel just misses the net, circles the net, sends it out for Van Wy.
Come on, Luverne, let's
Hawken
get one here.
sends it out. The Fairmont guy sends it right up to his right wing. Going around Paul Van Wy, takes a shot right on goal. Back behind the net, Paul Van Wy sends it around the boards for Robbie Arp. Robbie Arp's not there.
Get it out of there.
Still a mess in the corner. Now that's centered. The Fairmont guy sends it back into the corner for another squabble.
Luverne, let's go.
Paul Van Wy sends it up for Robbie Arp. Fairmont guy sends it right up for Bobby Kunkel, but Bobby Kunkel keeps it in the zone for a short time. And Fairmont guy takes a shot way over the net. Darren Lindblom freezes the puck on the side of the net. Be a face-off in the Luverne zone. Steve Smeasured, Brian Aarons, Corey Blumendahl, Jeff Winicky, and Craig Becker in for Luverne. Craig Becker sends it up the center for Smeasured. Smeasured sends it up for Brian Aarons. He's got a break. Takes a shot wide of the net. Steve Smeasured sends it back around for Brian Aarons. Brian Aarons sends it up for Corey Blumendahl. Takes a slap shot, hits the body. Steve Smeasured can't keep it in the zone. Then my guy tries to put it in the zone, but Craig Becker's there to stop it. Gets it up for Brian Aarons. Brian Aarons sends it for Winicky, but it hits somebody's stick. Oh, there's a big mess in the center's area.
Come on, Luverne, let's go.
Oh, Corey Blumendahl chasing the puck around the boards. Circles around. Can't get it out of the zone. There's a 2-on-1. Takes the shot. Nice save, Lindblom. Steve Smeasured sends it up for Brian Aarons. And they hit it back in off sides. We face off just outside the Luverne zone. Nelson, Hawken, McClure up front, Schmuck and Frakes back. Robert Frakes sends it up for Randy Hawken. Fairmont guy gives it up to the right side. Goes around Schmuck. Big mess on the boards. Here comes McClure up the side. There's going to be a tripping call on Fairmont. And give Luverne a penalty. Power play team for Luverne will be coming out now.
Let's go, Luverne, let's go.
Todd Nelson, Brian Aarons, Schmuck, Becker, and Smitty on the ice now. Nelson wins the face-off back for Steve Smeasured. Steve Smeasured sends it over to the boards for Brian Aarons.
We got the
Steve Smeasured sends it around the boards. It's Todd Schmuck, can't get the pass over. He ends up with it anyway. Now the Fairmont defenseman sends the puck into the zone. Craig Becker back to get it. Sends it up for Brian Aarons. This could be icing. That should have been icing. Hawken keeps it in the zone. Now Brian Aarons centers it for Hawken. gets it over to Schmuck. Schmuck takes the shot. It hits him right in the leg pads, and the goalie freezes it. There'll be a face-off in the Fairmont zone now.
Come on, Luverne, let's go!
McClure, Winnicky, Honkin up front, Frakes, and Blumendahl back. Chad McClure wins his face-off. Gets put out of the zone, though. And the Fairmont Wings bring it down the side. He's still on his feet. He's still got the puck, brings it right into the center. Oh, Darren Lindblom doesn't like that. There's going to be a slashing on Darren Lindblom. It'll be a 4-on-4 now for a few seconds. Darren Lindblom had a slashing penalty. Aaron Honkin, Smitty, and Craig Becker back. 4-on-4. Shot from the point. Never got to the goal. Sent around the boards for Craig Becker. Now it's sent it up. Brian Aaron's tries to get it out of the zone, but the defenseman puts it back. Full strength for Fairmont now. 5-on-4. Smezrud gets it up for Honkin. Honkin tips it. Honkin raced it in. He's got Aaron's right there. Oh, it just goes across the goal crease. He can't get a shot off. Now Randy Hawkins puts it in the zone. Brian Aarons takes the shot. Saved by the goalie. Now the left wing's doing some nice moves to get around. It goes into the center. That'll be offsides. Some discussion going on over here. Some friendly chat. Firma guy wins the face-off, brings it in. Paul Schmuck breaks it up. Oh, nice save by Darren Lindblom. Quick reaction there. Steve Smezrud bringing it up. Gets it up for Todd Nelson. Robbie Arp sends it in the zone. Defenseman brings it all the way back to the other side. And Steve Smezrud brings it in the zone. Broken up by the defenseman. The defenseman gives it to Robbie Arp. Sends it over to nobody. Arp still with the puck. Nice play. Ty Nelson keeps the puck in the zone, but now it's sent out. See Smezrud back to get it. Slap shot by the Fairmont guy. Nice save by Darren Lindblom.
Let's go, Luverne!
Kucko, Mormon, Swenson, Benoit, and Roberts on the ice now for Luverne. Face-off won by Fairmont, centered the puck, and there's a nice shot on goal, but saved by Darren Lindblom. Now Norman sends it up for Roberts. Roberts sends it up for Swenson. There goes Swenson to go get him. Now Van Wy is coming up with the puck. Gets it taken away, and Bobby Kunkel checks the guy. High hands. Now there's goal Swenson with the puck. Oh, nice shot on goal. Darren Lindblom can't stand up. I have a whistle now, everybody laying on the puck. There's some wild play down in that end. Aaron Zwinnicki and Smezrud up front. Shot right on the faceoff, right on goal. Good awareness by Darren Lindblom. Oh, Steve Smezrud wins the faceoff. Corey Blumendahl. The puck sends it up for Steve Smezrud. Steve's still going with it. He was tripped. Yeah, puts it over to Winnicke. Winnicke back to Smezrud. Oh, nice play, Winnicke. Face off in the Fairmont zone now. Especially wins the face-off back to Smart. Boomdog is puck on a weak one-handed shot, laying on his belly. And Corey Boomdog keeps it in the zone. And Craig Becker keeps it in the zone. Aaron centers it, nobody there. He's sent out. Schmuck going down the right-hand side, centers it. They gotta get a shot off. There's only about 5 seconds left. It's the end of the second period. Fairmont leads 4-1. Getting ready for the third period now. Steve Smezrud, Corey Blundahl, and Brian Aarons up front. Paul Schmuck and Craig Becker back on defense. Fairmont defender sends it down the ice. The icing. Back down in the Fairmont zone for the face-off.
How you doing?
Steve Smezrud to take the face-off. Steve wins the face-off. Sends it to the center. Nobody there though. Fairmont wing gives it to his center. Nice play. Paul Schmuck sends it up for Brian Aarons. Brian Aarons can't handle it. Kept in by Paul Schmuck and sent back in the zone. And Craig Becker sends it up for Corey Blumendahl. And Blumendahl sends it up for Aaron. It's too far for Steve Smezrud. Craig Becker can't keep it in the zone. Fairmont guy gets it over to nobody on his team. And Corey Blumendahl sends it over for Brian Aarons. Brian Aarons takes the slap shot, hits somebody in the foot, and goes wide of the goal. Sent out of the zone now by the Fairmont defender. Craig Becker sends it in the zone. Bert gets caught in the middle of a line change and almost got it almost worked against him. Fairmont defender sends it out of the zone. It'll be high sticking, so there'll be a face-off at the point of this high sticking.
Let's go, Luverne.
Nelson Arp and Hawken up front, Robertson, Van Wy back. Now Roberts over to Hawken. Hawkins gets checked. And Van Wy up to nobody. Goes into the zone. Hawkins chasing after it. Puck goes all over the boards. Be a face-off in the Fairmont zone now. It's measured Blumendahl, Becker, Ahrens, and Schmuck on the ice for Luverne. Looks like Corey Blumendahl will take the face-off, try and get it back to Steve Measured. Gets it back to Becker. Becker over to Schmuck. Schmuck takes the shot, saved by the goalie. Froze, there'll be another face-off. Corey Blumendahl will take the face-off again. Gets it over to Ahrens. Ahrens can't handle it. Steve Smeasure keeps the puck in the zone, gets checked off the puck. And Brian Ahrens puts it down in the corner. Fairmont guy sends it around the boards. Craig Becker going in to keep it in. And Brian Ahrens sends it around the boards. Now Steve Smeasure takes the shot and it's deflected in! Brian Ahrens, what a deflection! Oh! Say Brian Ahrens scored that? Either Brian Ahrens or Corey Blumendahl deflected it. That'd be assisted by Steve Smeasure. That was a heck of a play there. It'll make it 4-2 now. Fairmont leads.
Let's go, Luverne.
Verne's changed their lines. And now they got Hawkin, Nelson, and Carkle on one line. They set up the center. Fairmont defenseman sends it back in the zone. Now Thad Roberts sends it up for Randy Hawkin. Now Roberts checks him off the puck. Bobby Kunkel sends it around the boards. Paul Van Wyse sends it up for nobody. And Randy Hawkins gets it away from the defenseman. Takes the shot, nice save by the goalie. Paul Van Wyse centers the puck. It's on the net, be a face-off. Smeasure, Blumendahl, and Ahrens up front with Schmuck and Becker back. Face off outside of the zone.
Let's go, Luverne.
Craig Becker sends it up for Corey Blumendahl. On the wings, gives it to his center. Center tries to get it a shot off, but he can't get it straight. Steve Smeasure sends it around for Brian Ahrens. Can't get it out of the zone though. Nice play by the Fairmont defenseman. Nice save. Oh, bad pass.
Guys, let's go. Get it out of there.
Fairmont wings, tries to center it, broken up. Another bad pass. They don't know what they're doing there. Finally, Dan Lindblom covers up the puck. They got to get something going here.
Come on, Luverne, get it out of there.
Nelson, Art, Hawkin up front with Ben White and Roberts back. Fairmont guy gets it back to his defenseman. Saved by Lindblom. And we can't get a handle on the puck. Centered. Now Randy Hawkins sends it up the boards. That'll be icing. Back down in the Luverne zone for a face-off.
Let's go, Luverne.
take the face off will be Todd Nelson. Loses the face off. Of course. Todd Nelson sends it up for Robbie Hart between his legs. Defenseman takes the shot just wide of the goal. I don't think Lindblom was watching that one. Now Hawkins sends it up for Nelson. Nelson gives it to Arp. Arp takes the shot just wide of the goal. Now Nelson fights for the puck in the corner. Hawkins has it now. Takes the shot wide of the net. Now Thad Roberts sends it back into the zone. It's caught by the Fairmont defenseman. Oh, Paul Van Wy can't get a handle on it. Still a squabble in the corner. Now it's centered by the Fairmont man. Oh, and Lindblom can't get a cover on it. So they just hit it in. That'll make it 5-2. Especially Blumendahl and Aaron's up front with Becker and Schmuck back. Steve wins the face-off. Schmuck sends it into the zone. Blumendahl can't keep it in the zone. Greg Becker brings it in. Tries to get it over to Blumendahl. The defender sends it in the zone. That'll be icing. Face off deep in the Fairmont zone. Looks like Corey Blumendahl will be taking the face off. Wins the face off. Schmuck with the shot. That's down the corner. They got a 2-on-1 going. Steve Smezry quick to get back. He'll break it up. Paul Schmuck sends it down the ice. Right on goal, so there'll be no icing. That kid checks himself into the board. Oh, Blumendahl keeps it in, but then gets plastered. Nice pass over to the Fairmont wing, but Thad Robert takes him off the puck, then he gets back on. Corey Blumendahl sends it around the boards. Paul Van Wy sends it up to Robbie Hart. Robbie Hart sends it over to Corey Blumendahl right behind him. These guys are having trouble passing today. Paul Van Wy shoots it in. Fairmont defenseman sends it around the boards to his other defenseman. He sends it up to the right wing. Nobody there. Paul Van Wy hurries to get it back. That'll be icing. Face off and deep in the Fairmont zone. Nelson, Kunkel, and Arp on the ice with Van Wy and Roberts. You gonna skate after this? What are you doing? Looks like the goalies are going to be switching ends, probably through the wind or the sun. Broken up by Paul Van Wy. Robbie Hart gets it up to nobody. Now Robbie Hart takes his man out. Bobby Kunkel sends it over the boards to Todd Nelson. Nelson sends it over to, oh, there would have been a pass there. Nothing doing. Oh, Paul Van Wy takes him out with one hand. Oh, nice play in there. Covered up by Darren Lindblom.
Aaron didn't have it.
Be face off in the Luverne end. It's measured Aaron's Bloomdahl up front with Schmuck and Becker back. Steve wins the face off. Back to Becker. Fairmont guy gets it froze for another face off. Fairmont guy wins the face off. There's no shot though. Schmuck sends it around the boards. Brian Arians gets it out to Corey Blumendahl. Now Steve Smeasure keeps it in. Tries to get it over to Arians, but gets checked off the puck before he can make the pass. Now he ends up with it again and gets it over to Arians. Now Arians, whoa, back behind him. Blumendahl's there. Oh, right to Arians. Nice one. Oh, he can't get a good shot away. Tough break. Now Steve's still with the puck. He takes a shot. Oh, another nice save and another shot. Oh, he has a chance.
Get it in there.
Has a chance for another one. Steve passes it over to Schmuck. Schmuck takes a wide shot. Now it's Aaron centers the puck to Steve. Oh, and it's in the front. Covered up by the goalie. Nice chance there for Luverne. Just couldn't stick it in. Be another face-off in the Fairmont zone. Maybe we can get a quick goal here. Stand back here, view.
Let's go, Luverne.
Nelson, Arp, and Kunkel on the ice.
Come on, Bob. Put her in
Fricks
there.
and Roberts back. Nelson loses the face-off.
Yep, he does.
And Robbie Arp pushes the man into the board. Now the Fairmont guy can't get it out of the zone, and Robert Fakes keeps it in. Oh, Robert Fakes couldn't keep the puck in the zone. Robert Frakes to Arians to Kunkel. Like that, Blumendahl's on the ice, not Arians. Can't tell them apart. Well, the Fairmont wings racing down the middle of the ice. Still going with it, went between four guys. Oh, and he just misses the net. Put it between the goalie's legs. Oh, Frakes can't get a handle on it. Centers it. Just let him take a shot. Nice save by Lindblom. Still a mess going on over in the corner. Now it's centered, and Lindblom keeps it. It's measured Arians, Blumendahl. Schmuckenbecker back on defense. Oh, nice shot right off the face-off. Centered it. Oh, and it goes right through the goal crease. Now Schmuck sends it over. It was centered. This will be icing if it goes by the goal. Goalie doesn't touch it. That'll be. Now Bloomdahl puts it back into the corner. Oh, set it across. Oh, nice save by the goalie. That was bad play by the Fairmont guy. That a terrible play. Now Becker shoots it right into his toe. There's going to be a breakaway here. Oh, nice save by Lindblom. Beautiful play. Now it's Bloomdahl's chance to make that Steve's chance. He's just going to stand there for a while. See which angle he wants to shoot it from.
Put it in.
Now Roberts over to nobody. Now Kunkel getting the puck away from the man. Now there's a centering pass. That was a pretty nice play there. My guy digs it out of the corner and centers it. Oh, nice backhand shot just through the goal crease. It'll be a face-off in the Luverne zone. Scores 5-2. Fairmont leads third period. Fairmont guy centers the puck. Lindblom freezes it on the side of the net. Lindblom don't like that kid. Nelson to face off. Wins the face off. Now centering pass right through the goal crease. Kunkel gets it up to Nelson. Nelson's got it. Yes, he gets Hawken on the pass. Hawken takes the shot and scores. Hawken scores on a pass from Todd Nelson. Heck of a play. I think it was Kunkel that dug it out of the corner for Nelson. Heck of a play by them three players. That makes it 5-3. Fairmont leads. They got to get a couple quick goals here. Here's Blumendahl and Smeshard. Schmuckenbecker. Oh, Schmuck gets burned there. Centers it. The puck's loose in front of the goal. They better blow that whistle. Froze by Darren Lindblom. There'll be a face-off in the Luverne zone now. Steve Smeshard to face off. Steve Smeshard wins the face off. Craig Becker fighting for the puck. He gets it up to Bloomdahl. He's better do. He's better.
Wimpy little pass.
No, Schmuck can't get a nice hard pass off, and he centered it across the goal crease. Now it's Aaron's up with the puck to Smeshard. He's got Blumendahl. Just let the guy check the board. Blumendahl can't keep it in. Becker circles around. And he's just kind of lollygagging around here. Now Blumendahl takes a shot, hits somebody's stick. Now it's Kunkel's turn. Oh, it just goes over the net. Nice shot, Kunkel. It's on the net. Whoa, whoa. Bobby gets wailed on completely. That'll be icing. 1 minute in the third period. They got to mount an attack here, and they got to get a couple goals fast if they want to win this game.
Let's go, Luverne. Let's go.
Nelson, Hawken, Kunkel, Frakes, and Roberts on the ice. Hawken shoots it over to Roberts. Roberts shoots a duck. Now the Fairmont wing shoots it up to Frakes. That should be offsides. The refs didn't see it. Nice play, Roberts. He's trying to waste some time here. Now Bobby. Oh, bad play. Oh, nice save, Darren Lindblom. That saved a goal. Beautiful save. Give Darren some credit there. face-off in the Luverne zone. Maybe about 30 seconds left in the third period. They really got to get some goals here now. Schmuck sends it down the ice. Got to be racing down for it. And Steve Smeschuk waits for him to get it off and he sends it in the zone. 15 seconds in the third period, it goes out of the zone. I'd say this is it for Luverne.
Come on, Luverne, let's go!
Nelson trying to center it. That's it. That's the end of the game. Fairmont wins it 5-3. Pretty poor game for Luverne.